exclusively, and she said, I don't want to date you at all, what am I supposed to do? I go to the next person. I start this process all over again. That's why
So
it's
what
called
you're
dating.
saying is you don't tell a female you want to be in a relationship. You tell them like you want to be boyfriend and girlfriend in a relationship. You tell them you want to be exclusive.
What do you mean? I tell them, I tell, it's the same terminology. You
To
just use
you, no, I'm saying I understand that, but to you, it's the same terminology. To others, it can be viewed as different.
right,
So
but that's
you're
the same thing
saying
as
that
having a
when you're
thesaurus.
ready to be in a relationship, you tell them you want to be exclusive. Because what happens is a lot of men use those terms and to tell a female, we never discussed being in a relationship. That's how they double back. They'll come back when the girl is getting all crazy and she going through what she's going through and having these issues upstairs, and everybody looking at her. Well, I thought we were in a relationship. You would say no. I said we was exclusive,
No,
but we
there you
never
go.
discussed the
There's
relationship.
we're playing on a word. No, I'm not saying that at all. That's what you're saying. That's where you get the people who playing games and want to play on words. And it's like, oh yeah, no, you can have you can get at the stories and come up with every word for dating you want. At the end of the day, if it's a relationship, it's a relationship. If my expectation, what defines a relationship is what the expectation is. If my expectation is that I'm not going to be talking to anybody else and you're not talking to anybody else, that's a relationship. There's no other way to look at that. It's a relationship. We're
Okay.
building a relationship. No matter how you want to source it up, you want to find a new word. You don't want to call it exclusive. You want to call it only one. You want to call it only fans. Whatever you want to call it.
What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? How y'all doing today? I am your host, Kyra. I hope everybody had a beautiful day and dodging this doggone rain that we got to go through for the next day and a half. All right, let's get this party started because y'all gonna make my hair hurt today. Let's start off with our accountability fact checker, Mr. Roshawn Davis.
You gonna throw me in this early? I like to say, look at Beyonce.
Because
First off, Beyonce, you look marvelous.
thank you. I appreciate it. I don't feel
You're
it, but thank you. And you know that you are the King of Kings.
Yeah, but the accountability thing, I don't even speak that word. I don't understand where you get that from. I missed last week. I missed last week in total. It was looked like it was a good one. Let's see, the deacon was cooking.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was something, but
I came on for a quick glimpse, but it was a good one. Keep up the good combos. It's a good look.
alrighty. All right, Mr. Zarek, the Deacon, the one and only, the fabulous, the funny of the funniest KK of the KK crew. Hi, Deacon.
We're back. Back after another flawless victory. You know what we do.
What is with all this victory crap? Like, cut it out.
Oh God.
Ain't no damn victory.
Oh God.
Get on my nerves.
It's weird.
You keep bringing these people on these shows, thinking they're going to do something. They got to put it back in their place. Bang bang.
Wow.
Last week was interesting.
Very.
I hope Meek log on so she can hear your little smart comments.
If she log on here, no matter what, that was some bullshit.
He got so
frustrated. Got
so frustrated. He left and did a fire.
That's because she started it where we start cooking.
Don't
Nah,
be
that was
too
some
mad.
nonsense.
He was like, oh, now you're just playing games and just logged off.
Yeah, we playing. Now we playing. Yeah, now we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. The
Y'all
most,
better not. All I know is y'all better not give me no headache today.
nah, that's gonna be simple, in and out.
Thank,
It's about
thank
accountability. How can this be controversial?
You already know because people don't want to be
Cause
they don't
y'all
want to be
made me
accountable.
miss
That's
my
why it's gonna be controversial.
bedtime.
Oh God, this could be a
All
mess.
right, beautiful people. I hope y'all. Like I said, I hope y'all had a wonderful day today. But we are going to get it started and get it popping.
Look at my hat.
Lord, he is the king of Patterson, y'all.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
What? It's okay that you're the king of Patterson.
Mm-mm.
It is okay that you are the king of Patterson.
Just here, so I don't get fined.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
suspended indefinitely.
oh, so that's what we doing today. What y'all not about to do is y'all play with me. Don't play with me. All right. So today's topic is: are we living in a world of fake accountability? Which is, of course, as we all know, it is a lack of accountability. And Sean, y'all gonna so love him so much today. I'm telling you, y'all let me know when y'all want to get y'all Sean. Hey Tanya, when y'all ready to get y'all Sean beat punching bag, just let me know. I got y'all. Everybody know the rules of the game. Derek will pin the link to the comments section, and y'all can come on. You'll be in the waiting room until we're ready to bring y'all on, but y'all can come on and speak your piece. Everybody knows this is live, so if you don't want to be seen, that is fine. Just make sure that the show is muted so we don't get backfeed echoes. And now that we all know the rules of the game, and Derek has pinned up the link, we are going to show 2 videos to make people understand what accountability is, and then we'll get into our topic.
Sometimes you're the problem. And my point is take accountability for your actions. You can take all the credit in the world for the things that you do right, as long as you also take responsibility for the things you do wrong. It must be a balanced equation. You don't get it one way and not the other. You get to take credit when you also take accountability.
Accountability will heal a lot of relationships. In most cases, it doesn't matter why you did what you did. What matters the most is that you're willing to acknowledge the pain that was caused by your actions, accept responsibility for your actions, and then take accountability by making the necessary changes so that it won't happen again. That's it, and that's all.
I wanna first say who did my man soundtrack in the background.
Take the video. You want to know who did your man soundtrack in the background?
Yeah. That was different.
Oh, I don't know, but as you can see, it was a sad one, right? So, the first person we are going to hear from first, because you ain't gonna hear from me first, it's gonna be, of course, the king of accountability. This is the person that I have to call when I know I'm wrong as hell, but I need Sean to tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I get thrown into the fire first.
Because you getting thrown into the fire first, since you want to miss episodes. So, Sean, what are your views on fake accountability, lack of accountability, period? What are your
lack of accountability? I would first say the coddling, everybody's right, your truths. We don't research much. Feelings. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Bottom line. I think we took shame out of our culture. Shame and just upright disrespect is like, it's like okay to be shameful and disrespectful, and nobody can be wrong. That's just how this. No, if you're a danger to our culture, the community, and your family, and you're wrong, and people are constantly telling you like, nah, everything's okay, everything will be all right. That's adding to that whole thing of lack of accountability. We have to hold people feet to the fire, no matter what, no matter if that person ain't gonna like me for it. I don't care what it is. I tell my guys all the time, you know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Simple as that. If you're gonna be upset with me because I'm telling you you're wrong, because I'm holding you accountable for the things that you're actually doing, if you're gonna be upset with me because of that, then we don't need to be friends. Because I'm supposed to make sure that, you know, we hold things together. We're men, especially as far as our community. Our community is a danger. So we need men to be men more now than any time, with a lot that goes on in our community. So if Derek, I know you see it because I know you see it as well. Sometimes I'll post something that says, fellas, if you want her to follow, you need to give her something. No, if you want to lead, you need to give her something to follow. You know what I mean? Because some men just think because they have a penis that they're leaders. No, it comes with action. It comes with accountability. It comes with focus. It comes with vision. You know, it comes with putting the work in. And when you're wrong, say you're wrong, and not just saying you're wrong, but making sure that you fix the issue so it doesn't happen again. Accountability could be all over the place as far as things you do, things you say, how you go about things. It can be a lot, but I think ultimately it's about you're wrong, say you're wrong, and make sure the nonsense don't happen again. Simple.
Facts.
It sounds simple, right? It sounds simple, but a lot of people don't like to take accountability, which is why we live in a world of fake accountability, because people don't take accountability for their actions. And the fake accountability comes in when someone is going to apologize, but there's no change behavior.
Yes.
Like, you're not trying to fix the problem. You're just trying to shut somebody up.
Right. And
that's the fake accountability. And that's the world that we are living in right now, is that people just don't want to take it. It's like kryptonite to people to say, I did. If you did something, stand 10 toes down in what you did. You did it. You knew your ass was wrong when you did it. So own it. But if you hurt somebody behind it, you can apologize for it all day, but your apology don't mean nothing if you ain't going to change the behavior and if it's going to continue to happen.
Right.
So don't apologize if you don't mean it.
And dig into the fake apologies as well. I apologize for you feeling the way you feel. I apologize that I apologize that you took it the wrong way. That's not apologizing. That's not you.
I apologize if I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, that's not you apologizing for what you did. I'm basically saying I apologize that you took it the way you took it. But I'm going to continue to do what I always done. Exactly. And that's not a true apology. If I hurt my brother or my sister or whatever, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'll change that behavior because I don't want to see my people hurt that way again. I mean, it has to come with the action, because other than that, you're just talking. You're just talking because you got lips. That's it.
Right. And let's not forget the pointing out what you did wrong as well. I'm sorry, but if you would have, like, we're not talking about what I would have. We're talking about you being accountable and you holding accountability. But you can't be accountable unless you make sure you point out how the other person needs to be accountable too. When it's like we're not talking about ourselves, and that's where we come with the fake accountability. Because I'm okay being accountable long as everybody else is okay being accountable. When accountability stands alone, you stand alone on accountability. I'm accountable for Derek and what Derek did. It's not about me saying what Sean did or what Kyra did. It's about what Derek did and being accountable for what Derek did. But in today's society, it's always about I'll go to Derek, but first I'll make sure everybody else know what they did wrong to affect me, so I can be accountable.
Yes, and to go with that, we have to learn how to accept criticism, corrective criticism. You got to know, because the first thing we do is, oh, what about, like you said, what about that person, or what about this, or what about that? Well, I wasn't even like that. It wasn't to whereas, it's some people that I'll hold them accountable, and they'll be like, yo, you're right, big bro. I need to change this and that. Right. Then you'll get some of Kyra friends where I'll hold them accountable, and they be like, you bash.
Don't be talking about my friends.
You're a woman basher.
Draw the line somewhere.
Nah, but we have to learn how to take corrective criticism.
Right.
We do, but I think for some people it's hard to take any type of criticism because people so for the way I see it, people so set in their ways and so used to people just letting their bullshit slide that when you hold them accountable for something, or you try to give them corrective criticism, they take it as that you're attacking them. And then it's no longer, it's a defense type of thing. Yes. Like, you ain't got to defend yourself. I'm just telling you what I see from the outside looking in.
Yes. That's the quote, cousin. That's the quote. People that's not ready to take responsibility for that action see accountability as an attack.
Yeah. But it's not. It's really not an attack. It's just somebody trying to help you be a better person by telling you this is what we see. This is why nobody don't like your ass. It's just it's like it ain't everybody else.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah. That's like the statement. There's a different conversation or different lifestyle from people that's grown up learning how to live off survival versus love.
Yeah.
You're geared different. You're created different. I mean, those people that the hustle, that hustler, that want to get over all the time and this, that, and third. That's where you can get if I say are you with somebody? You got a man? You dating anybody? That ain't none of your business. That's that. That ain't got nothing to do with you. No, that got something to do with me. I don't want to be nowhere with you and get my head busted because you playing. So it's full circle with a lot of different things.
Accountability goes with relationships, friendships,
yes.
raising kids. Yes. How you raise your kids, because if you don't teach your little bad behind kids about accountability, here they coming in this world messing with kids, my kids, and I'm sorry, but they got to go.
I mean, that's a good.
Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say that's a good segue because we deal with that a lot when we're talking about the family dynamic, and I would love to hear from a woman of how do we talk to women about accountability as far as children? Because nowadays nobody can tell me about my kids. We can talk about my kids, but a lot of the kids are running rampant, and they out of control. So how do one get?
I think it's all about the way you talk to people, because if you come to me and you just start going in on my kid, I'm gonna automatically get defensive. because I feel
Okay.
like
That's like this. That's like this.
Right.
Let me say this. Let me say this, and then because some things don't need a setup and a punchline and then the laugh.
No, I'm not saying that.
But no, what I'm saying is there was a video that just came out, right? And it was a young lady whose son went through 3-4 years of high school, right?
Mhm.
He had 270 missed days.
Yeah, I posted that on my page.
Yes, 20. Yeah, you did 22 failed classes, and the mother said somebody need to be held accountable.
Yeah, she was blaming the school.
You need to be held accountable. You, mom, like we were talking about. I mean, of course, the school needs to reach out. The school needs, but a school ain't gonna call you every day. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how that works. But you got to check in. You got to check in.
Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, as a parent,
How do you get that mentality that somebody else need to be held accountable for my child missing 200 and something days and failing 22 classes? How do somebody else need to be held accountable for that first?
Outside of the parent?
Yeah. Not saying a parent, I mean, there's no other entities can't be held accountable, but the person that need to be held accountable first. How do you get to say somebody need to be held accountable? It's you.
Yeah,
Right.
The parent needs to be held accountable for the fact that her child is now going back to the 9th grade because he failed all 4 years of high school.
Yeah. Yeah. And she said somebody else need to be held accountable.
Yeah, because she said she didn't know what was going on. She said the school kept passing him and sending him to the next grade, but he failed all his classes all 4 years. So instead of him graduating, he had to be demoted back to the 9th grade. So that was crazy. But the video that he's talking about, if y'all didn't see it, y'all could go watch the video. It's on Patterson for a Better County page. If you're following it, if you're not, then go do that. But the video is on that page. And I think that it's a lot. It's a lot that go with that. But the parent for sure needs to be held accountable for the fact that her child needs to be held accountable for the fact that his ass failed 4 years of high school. Because what were you doing? Like, and he old enough to know better, and he's old enough to do better.
How do we get past 1 year?
Because that's a parent that's not active in her child's education.
That's my point of how do you get to say that somebody need to be held accountable? You.
Davida said we send those kids to school to learn. If he failing, he ain't learning, so they are to blame.
But if he comes back with F and F to your house, who should
that basically means that parent didn't go to no parent teacher conferences.
Right.
That parent
that's your kid.
Night. That parent wasn't looking at progress reports. I mean,
school ain't a baby. They ain't a babysitter. Like you just sending them there. Hey, go there while I go to work, and I'll come back and get you once I get out of work. No, it's school. You're supposed to be checking up to see if this person. You got projects that's supposed to come home. You got all types of things. You got a warning note, and then it's the progress report. Then is it this? Then is it that? There's a lot of checks and balances here. Like it's not just the babysitter.
Thomas, how is the child responsible when the mother is to blame? Yes, I never said the mother wasn't to blame. But what I said was that child still need to be held accountable, because when you in high school, you were 14, then you going 14 to the age of 17, 18 years old. So at what point is you going to sit your ass down in class and learn your lesson?
Yeah.
Like, come on now, let's not do that, Thomas.
Yeah, the child definitely needs to be held accountable for. That's the whole thing about accountability. You being held accountable for your actions. You know what I mean?
You have
But
to be
I know, of course, a child under the parents is, they have to be held accountable as well.
as well. Absolutely. And I totally agree with that. Is both of them. Davida says some teachers don't even send out emails. They don't, but your teacher shouldn't have to send you out an email. You should still be seeing your child report card. You mean to tell me out of 4 years of high school, you ain't seen that one report card?
Ain't no parent teacher night. Yeah, you never been to a parent teacher night? You never been to a school board meeting? You never just checked up on a kid? What's going like? Come on, no. 4 years is a long time to not see your kid been absent for 270 days and failed 22 classes. That's definitely. I will not have this discussion. I'm sorry.
Ridiculous. That's your child skipping school, going to hang out at arcades, movie theaters, on the corner, whatever he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. And I don't know what type of household he came out of. So I'm not even going there. But
yeah, that wasn't disclosed.
Yeah, it wasn't disclosed.
No.
But at the end of the day, yes, the mother needs to be held accountable. The child needs to be held accountable.
Yeah.
And somewhat the school needs to be held accountable for continuing to pass the child, knowing that this child was failing.
I mean, but you have those programs that was out. You have those programs that was out, No Kid Left Behind, and all of that type of stuff. I'm not a teacher. That can go into the deacon's expertise, but just being a parent, I'm not having that discussion. This is simple.
These parents are struggling to survive. That's not fair to the parents who are too busy working, because not being homeless is more important than going over homework.
What?
Zavita said these parents are struggling to survive. That's not fair to the parents who are too busy working, because not being homeless is more important than going over homework.
Oh, please. That lady had on a wig with some eyelashes and the makeup was done. Clothes. She had she had time to get her lashes done, but she ain't got time to check her emails on her son failing. Stop. I'm not doing that. Nope. Not doing it. We give all the excuses in the world when it's against accountability. When it's against accountability.
That's about accountability, because a person you don't want somebody to take the blame for something.
Yeah.
So 5,000 excuses.
Yes.
You should not blame this person for their action.
Yes. This is the definition.
This is the definition. You did not do what you were supposed to do as a parent and follow up with your child's school. You did not follow up with report, at least looking at the report card to see how your child is doing in school. I mean, 4 years.
Yeah, come on, I'm not doing that. It's survival, please. That lady ain't look like she was starving. She probably just got back from Dubai. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
She was in Dubai.
Yo, her wig looked better than Kyra's. Ain't doing that. We know. Stop. We know.
Ivy says, I still believe once you enter into high school, it's time to grow up.
Of course. But we can't. This is the participation trophy era. This is the nobody does nothing wrong, but then we complain about the outcomes that we get.
Yeah.
There's some people I see, like you can look at some people's pages and you see more pictures of club vibes than parent vibes. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, we have to hold ourselves accountable if we truly want better for our community. Like, this conversation is ridiculous.
And you honestly, at the end of like I said, and this go for everything, relationships and all, you can't try to hold somebody else accountable for something, but you can't hold yourself accountable. Like, you can't expect somebody to change for you, but you want somebody to change for you, but you're not willing to change for them. You could sit up here and give them all type of criticism and critique this and critique that, but when it comes time for your ass to be critiqued, it's a whole other different conversation.
Hey,
And then that's when the deflection comes. Well, you did this, and what about the time you did that? I can't stand that, and I will tell you in a heartbeat. Don't come in my face with that nonsense.
Yeah, that's no good.
You had a problem with something I did. You should have said it when I did it. Don't wait 5 months later because we talking about you.
Yeah,
and now you want to try to flip the script and be like, oh, well, what about when you did this? What about it?
And to be honest, no disrespect to DeVito. We just having fun. But at the same time, survival is a stretch of a word when we're talking about taking some time out for your children's education. That's survival. That's survival for your children. You have to make time out to make sure you go and see that your child is progressing. That's what a progress report is. You make time for that. If you don't make time for your children's survival, but I see you shopping on vacation, you're doing this and you're doing that. Like, we got enough time to put so much time into nonsense, but we can't go to parent teacher nights. Like, that's not survival. I'm in my career, I see what true survival is. And it's not what I see from a lot of these people online. You got these kids out here failing, high school kids reading at a grammar school level, but they fly. So what about that kid in Jordans, in that North Face or that Supreme? Instead of going shopping to get that, we going to the library. We're going to go to the library.
I did it with my kids. We be right at Barnes and Nobles. Everybody better get a book.
Yeah. You went shopping. You went shopping. Like that's survival. You went shopping so this kid can be fly to the T. But he got F's. He can't even spell fly to the T.
But that's normally how it is when, as an educator in the classroom, you see it's kids who have a different pair, every pair of Jordans in every color. It's the kids who had the Fendi outfits and all this stuff. Those are the kids who lack basic skills, or can't count or can't even formulate a sentence because it's been instilled in them the way they look carries more weight than anything else.
Yeah.
So we can't speak this nonsense about people out here trying to survive. No, you need to help your children survive past Easter, the Easter outfit.
Yeah.
Past Christmas. When we, given or we gonna continue to have gender reveal parties for our 16-year-old because we're not really instilling true values in our children. I mean, like I said, if we can go on vacation to Dubai and we can hit the club and we partying and we chilling and we going to do all of these things. If you can shop for him, that this is the ultimate. If you can shop for him, you can spend that same time that you spend shopping at the school or at the library. That's true survival. Survival for your children.
Monique says the parent is responsible as well as the school system. How did the child make it to the next grade with failing all classes and missing so much school? It has to be a team effort when it comes to a child's education.
Yes, everybody failed. But first, that child is your responsibility. First.
Yes. Darlene says some of these gender reveal parties looks like weddings. They do. And they be people and they be children younger than me.
Yeah, but we went shopping for this gender reveal party and we went and got gifts and we went and got a decorator and we got all of these things, but we couldn't took our ass to the library to make sure our children can read Mary Had a Little Damn Lamb. No, not doing it. We got to do better.
Yeah. You're not holding. I mean, I might get a little kick in the face for this, but we're not doing our children any goodwill when you are a teenager and pregnant, and we throwing you gender reveal parties.
Why would you get a kick in the face for that?
Because people don't want to hear that part.
But that's well, hold up.
That's why, because people don't want to hear that part.
Deacon, please, Deacon. That's the reason for this podcast topic tonight. To dig into accountability. We know that it's nothing great about it. We setting these people up for failure.
Yeah. Because pregnancy is, I mean, all right, your child is pregnant at a very young age. To me, that's nothing to celebrate. I don't want to see my 14 or 15 or 16-year-old child pregnant. That's not my goal.
And we can't.
And that shouldn't be a goal for your child.
And we can't do the exception to the rule thing, please. I know somebody's typing it right now. We can't do the exception to the rule thing. That the exception to the rule proves the point. Oh, I know one person or two people that, yeah, but then there's 5 million that fell. Yeah, two people, they were progressive and they went on and went to the.
I'm not saying that because somebody was pregnant as a teenager, they can't be successful in life, because now,
of course, you can be successful,
because now you have a mother that you have that grandmother that's going to have to continue to raise their young child plus their grandchild, because their child is too young to raise the child that they gave birth to. That's not how it's supposed to go. When you have children, you should be old enough and responsible enough to be able to take care of what you bring into this world.
This is true. But we all know what the numbers say about teenage pregnancy in young people with children. We know what the numbers say, and I'm not going to do it. If you want to know the numbers, do your own research. We done did that on this show over and over and over and over, and it was like, no, we are not going to pay attention to the reality of things.
Sean ain't doing the fact checking for y'all tonight. He said, look that shit up yourself.
Because it's like we don't it's cousin, we want to, it seems like we want to go off our feelings versus what the reality is. But the results that we're getting is not progressive.
Right.
Absolutely not.
So it's like your feelings means more than reality.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And that's why this world's so fucked up. That's why this world's so jacked up. That's why I said. And that's why people don't like to take accountability for things, because accountability is sometimes some people's kryptonite. They're not ready. They're not willing to receive that part of life. And that's their comfortable zone. That's why, and that's when we was talking the other day, and I was saying that's why certain people hang around people that's like them, because these are the people that are validating your mindset. If you go out of that box and go to somebody else that is not like you and has a whole nother different type of perspective on life, you're not going to want to be around that person, because that person makes you uncomfortable, because they're going to hold your ass to the fire. And that's not something that you want. If you don't
know how to take that corrective criticism.
Exactly.
Yes,
if you
I
don't
agree.
know how to take it or receive it.
But we have to be honest with what we're dealing with. You know, these kids are not progressing like that. And then we make comments like, oh, these people are trying to survive. No, we not. I see the videos and the pictures. Like, we know these people. Like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Not doing that. These kids, if those kids got on Air Jordans, instead of going to get them Jordans after Jordans after Jordans, you should have said, for failing, you're not going to get them. If you dig in and pass these classes, then I'll get you a pair of Air Jordans. Pass these classes. Make it a reward thing. Make it a reward thing, not a spoiled entitlement thing. Exactly. If you pass these classes, I'll go and get you a pair of Air Jordans. Because a lot of times I think we do it more for us than really for them.
For them. Yeah.
I mean, my kid, look, you know me, I got kids. My kids was in Gucci. Versace, 3, 4, 5 years old. You can look on my page and see them. Fur coats, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. I mean, they were dressed like grown-ups. You know what I mean? But made sure that they dug in and did what they were supposed to. I mean, like, we have to hold ourselves accountable. We can't keep making excuses. No, it's not. It wasn't survival. It's not survival. Could have went to the library instead of putting.
If you want to be an adult, act like an adult.
I'll be back.
And that's just what it is. If everybody want to say they grown and they this and they that, but when it's time to communicate and when it is time to hold yourself accountable for things, you are no longer grown. All of a sudden, it's just excuse.
Because accountability is key.
Accountability is.
I'm not accountability. Communication is key. If I communicate and say that I'm accountable, then people are looking at me and they're gonna and then they're judging. So because I don't want people to judge, I won't fully hold myself accountable because I don't want to be the object of someone else's ridicule.
Absolutely. And I agree with that, because why would you want to be like that? You know, nobody should be ridiculed. Communication is when you could come to somebody, say what you got to say in a nice manner, because everything does not have to be an argument when you communicate. People just take things the wrong way, but it's also, I think, tone of voice. Even though Sean feels as though you don't gotta set it all up, it is tone of voice, because I know how I am. If you want to come and you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. But if you come at me with your voice raised and all of this, I'm gonna tell you right now, everything you say gonna go straight over my damn head, and I'm gonna be ready for war, because that's how I feel. I feel like you're attacking me because of your tone of voice. Don't raise your voice at me. If I ain't raising my voice at you,
and when she feels attacked, understand violence is coming real.
Hey, sometimes I choose violence. It is what it is. But I always think it's about the tone of voice. You want to talk to me, talk to me. But what you're not gonna do is yell at me. I draw the line at yelling.
I'm offended.
Why?
You gonna throw me out there again? You just throwing me under the bus this whole episode.
Who, me?
No, I agree with the tone. I agree with the tone. I do. But what I always say to you is, even if the tone is off, there's a message that's attached to it. Just because the tone, I'm sorry?
I don't hear the message.
That's you. The conversation, hold up. The conversation don't have to continue. But there was a message there, because like I told you, if you was walking down the street and you dropped $100 bill, and I said, hey, stupid, hey, dumbass, stupid, you dropped $100 bill, you're going to be like, oh, I don't like your tone, and keep walking? No, there was something attached to that. You're going to pick that $100 bill up, and you're going to be like, yo, stop talking to me like that. You ain't got to tell me like that, but you're going to accept what I said. You heard everything I said. You heard everything I said. You picked your money up and you kept going. But when we're dealing with accountability, now mysteriously you don't hear nothing.
Right.
I can hear you, but I'm not hearing you. It's a difference between I hear the words that's coming out of your mouth, but I am not comprehending nothing that's coming out your mouth, because all I hear is your loud ass tone of voice thinking you yelling at me. So I'm not really.
I believe that's a deflection tactic as well. I believe that's a deflection tactic as well.
I'm listening, but I'm not, because I'm ready to attack you.
I hear you.
Let you say your piece. I may not even let you finish your sentence.
I hear you. That's another deflection tactic, because like you said, you hear me talking.
What's up, me?
You hear me, but
your voice.
You're listening. You're listening with the intent to respond versus to listen and learn.
Yeah,
that's all you're doing.
Yep.
You waiting for me to finish?
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, meaning you ready to go, you ready to bite my head off.
yeah. No matter what you say to me, it don't mean nothing if you yelling at me. It go right. It go.
I mean, tone, like I don't want to get that confused. Tone don't have to be yelling, right? That's like disrespectful don't have to be yelling. Rude don't have to be yelling. You can be rude with a soft tone. You can be condescending. You can be,
okay, let me rephrase that. Don't talk to me loudly.
yeah, like I don't want, because you know you got to be careful, Derek. You got to be careful on these things. They'll go off of yelling and that's it. Oh, well, you said if you yelling, no. You can be sarcastic. You can be sarcastic. You can be condescending. You can be rude. You can be all of these different things. It don't have to be a yelling thing. My conversation geared to you was condescending, sarcastic, even disrespectful, but not yelling, rude, all of those different things. You can still hear the message in it. But if you don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear it. And like I said, some people listen with the intent to respond versus the intent to listen and learn.
Absolutely. And
they just want to go back and forth. They wait for you to finish so they can come back and say what they want to say. And it's like, at that point in time, it's no longer a learning environment.
Right.
I'm just trying to win the battle.
Yeah.
I just want to snap back.
And I agree with you 100% because I know I ain't gonna even sit up here and act like I don't do it. When I'm pissed off or I'm mad, yeah, I that's me. I'm ready to just say what I gotta say, and that's I don't give a damn about what you got to say. And I get in those moods, and I do get into those moods sometimes once you hit that right button, and then I become all of the above. I become sarcastic. I become condescending. I become everything under the book, everything under the sun.
I got a situation. I want to hear both of you guys and everybody in there. I want to hear you guys'
all right, y'all.
No. This is interesting. In Tennessee, there was 3 men that have 78 children with 46 different women. What are we doing?
Wait.
You heard that?
It's
3 men in Tennessee have 78 children with 46 different women. 3 men, 46 women, 78 children.
78 children.
What are we doing here?
Them a lot of damn kids.
That's a lot of unaccountable nonsense.
Hell yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Look it up. That's a lot. It's like what are we doing? Like I would say the irresponsible even mindset and actions of these men, along with the women. How do you like? How you 35, 36, and 37?
Ray said sounds like a lack of men.
or these dudes is just some fly ballers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you stupid.
There's a group of high value men because they're the 90%.
Monique says sometimes it's the messenger, not the message. Some people can speak in a condescending manner. People can be very rude when they want another person to take accountability. And be clear, just because we want someone to take accountability doesn't make us right either. Got you.
I don't know about that one. Just because we want somebody to take accountability doesn't make us right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. What do you think about that? Just because we want somebody to take accountability doesn't make us right. What's accountability? Pointing out when somebody's wrong so they can change their behavior.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Monique, explain what you're saying with that part.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Before we respond to it. Miss Clark says that's a lot of incest. Thomas says
that's a lot of everything.
Simon says sounds like 3 stupid men and 46 stupid women should be locked up.
What?
You know Thomas. You know Thomas. Accountability will bring the culture back.
Yes. But we have to know how to take corrective criticism and be responsible and open enough to take accountability for our actions and change that thought process. Like I always tell people, you change your mentality, you change your environment, you change your life. But the first step in correcting any issue, hold up, the first step in correcting any issue is first admitting that you have one.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if we don't think, we can't hold ourselves accountable and say that we're wrong about it, how are we going to fix it?
Mm-hmm. It says, Monique says, who's to say what they did wasn't deliberate?
Indirect, direct, deliberate or not, wrong is wrong. If something is obviously wrong, hold yourself accountable. I think we're trying to still find ways to escape accountability. I mean, I get it. Some things are mistakes.
Who's gonna hold men accountable?
Say that again.
Not you, I'm talking Thomas. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying some things are mistakes. Some things are not deliberate. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. No matter if it was a mistake or if it was deliberate or if it was direct or indirect or if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah. When it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah.
When it's deliberate and you meant to do what you did to that person, the person can take accountability for it, but they're not going to change the way that they are. They're not going to change because they did it on purpose. You did it on purpose. You wanted to hurt that person. Maybe 15 years from now, when you old and decrepit and you think about your life, then you may reflect on it and be like, damn, that was messed up. But shit, 15 years later, too late. I don't want your damn apology now. But when
look at it as far as a car accident, right? Mm-hmm. You're driving, you're on a highway, the tire blows, you go out, drive on the side of the road, the person that was with you hit another car or something and it kills that person. What you just gonna tell that family like, hey, it wasn't my fault. Tire went. Or you gonna say, I'm so sorry for what happened. I'm sorry that this happened. No, you're gonna, of course it wasn't totally your fault, but you can have some type of sorrow or empathy. And that's what we lack a lot of times. Sympathy, empathy.
We don't have empathy though.
This is true. That's why I'm making a statement. We have to hold ourselves accountable enough for us to have empathy in our culture. Our culture is losing, not just us. I can be totally selfish. All right, I could be totally selfish and just say from now on, no matter me being in my career or the organization or whatever, if it's the Bronx Heat or whatever, and I could say I ain't doing nothing or whatever, then I'm not doing to the best of my ability to move my culture forward. If I'm not a man, to say I'm going to take care of my family, I'm going to, I can just totally be selfish and just start just wilding within the realm of law. Do that, but it's not going to be healthy to my community. It's not going to be healthy to our culture. So I have a responsibility to reach back, give back, reach side, just to make sure that we're all good. And a lot of people don't look at it that way. A lot of people don't care until it lands on our lawn. Don't land on my lawn, ain't got nothing to do with me. But then as soon as it land on your lawn, you want everybody to go fund me and rally in the streets.
Not go fund me.
I mean, this is reality. But at the same time, you wasn't looking out for your neighbor because they ain't got nothing to do with you, right? It's our community, it's our culture.
I think that when it comes to that part of I think a lot of people kind of stray away to say this don't got nothing to do with me sometimes because you already know what you're about to walk into. You already know what you're about to deal with. And nobody wants to deal with no ignorant ass person. Because you know how some people are. You can't tell certain people things because what I'm not about to do is try to give you some type of advice or whatever, and you're not ready to receive it, and we get into this argument. because I'm not about to argue with you about something that really don't got nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to help your ass out. So if you don't want my help or you don't want to hear what I got to say, I'm cool with it. Peace. Ain't got shit to do with me anyway.
I mean, that's why I have to start in forums like this. You know, I have to start ahead of time. You know what I mean? You have to prepare for things. We got to learn how to talk to each other. You got to learn how to handle each other, how to deal with each other. You got to learn these type of things because, like you said, it's true. I mean, until the authorities get involved, now we scared. Now we want to listen. It's like, no, we got to know how to handle things prior to chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we learn how to live and control chaos. And if it's not chaotic, then we don't know what we're doing. We have to prepare.
Yeah.
Like the lady with the school situation with the kid. This whole time, you wasn't going to no schools or nothing. But you're like, Derek, you're a teacher. You ever seen that? Now, as soon as the kid get an F, now the parent wants a sit down.
Yep.
It's like we know how to deal with chaos, but as long as there's nothing hitting the fan or there's no chaos, we just gonna live our life all through the. No, it's not how the world works. You have to check these checks and balances along the way. Or what's gonna happen is you're gonna continue to have teacher-parent sit downs because you're not checking and checking these balances over.
Absolutely.
It's like unless it's chaotic, we ain't paying attention to it.
Right.
And that's not how the world works. Like I said, the young lady. Now you on the news, you're doing interviews on the news, but you couldn't go to the library.
Right.
But she was trying to survive.
That's embarrassing.
No, it don't work that way. We gotta get this right. It's terrible, and I'm toast to
it. Ray says, snap out that conditioning, stop marching, and build for our own. No reparations, no begging, do it on our own.
Yeah, I don't mind certain marches. I just want things to come along with it. I want action to come because we can empower each other. We can have forums, we can have networking events. We can do a lot. But if we continue to just go home and continue the same course of actions that's been going on, then I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Ray also says women first have to accept being held accountable and be willing to make that change.
Right. They gonna be at Valentine's Day sipping their martinis and they
this guy Valentine's Day.
I wish you stop hating on Valentine's Day.
Derek, did I say that early? Didn't I say that early? Whenever I say something to men, it's like, yeah, big bro. Soon as you say something about them, they're like, oh, you a basher, you a hater. No,
leave these damn women.
I'm in favor. I'm in favor. You know what's funny to me about Valentine's Day? Just to speak on that. You know what's funny to me? How a person that was there last year.
Wait, say that
A
again.
person that was there last year ain't there this year because they got a man now.
Okay.
Touché.
But at the same time, prior to Valentine's Day, we don't need no day for Valentine's Day. We show love every day. I think it's a waste of money anyway. But then as soon as the women was like, nah, we're gonna go and celebrate ourselves. Mm-hmm. So you're okay with it as long as it wasn't with the men, because you didn't have a man at the time.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like listen to what I'm saying, cousin.
But understand this also. When it comes to Valentine's Day, you do know that some of the people that throw these parties and these get-togethers and things like that, these are women that also have a man at home.
They didn't, not the way it started, and we had that conversation before. Not the way it started. What I'm saying is, I've noticed prior to the Valentine's Day thing, there was groups of women saying, "Oh, we don't need to. We show love every day. we ain't got to do this and we ain't got to do that. And I was like, okay. Now notice they didn't have men, right? It was like, oh, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time. I'm like, okay, sometimes just people that want to, you know, choose this day just to give a little extra, you know, to their, no, they should be doing that all the time. They don't, and I'm like, okay, now that same person, right? That same person, move it here now. Now, the women says, hey, let's all go out together and call it Valentine's Day. So now this person that was over here saying, nah, this Valentine's Day is stupid. Now they're over here at the Valentine's Day event, like, hey, yeah, this is actually cool. So because they ain't have a man, they didn't care for it. But now we're going and we're celebrating each other. So now it's cool. But now moving it this way, now they got a man and they don't give a shit about none of this other stuff that was when all you had to do is just get a man in the beginning. Just get a man from the start. That's all it was. You were just hating because you ain't have a man. That's all it was. Because now you like the gifts and going out on vacation. And you like the hugging and the kissing and this. You like that on Valentine's Day. I see these pictures. I'm like, look at her. She's so full of shit. Because I've seen the timeline.
Oh, I'm pretty sure people are happy that they're getting gifts and stuff like that on Valentine's Day. It's very nice that that you receive whatever you receive on Valentine's Day.
I'm just talking about the timeline of certain people. First, Valentine's was stupid. Then when we're celebrating ourselves with my girls, it was cool. It was okay now. And then now we got a boyfriend getting gifts and everything. Now all of this is stupid. Because I got a man now. I just think it's hypocrisy and it's funny at the same time. But I don't trip on nobody. I don't trip on nobody. Do your thing.
For me, when it comes to like Valentine's Day and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with it. I mean,
me neither.
If that's what you want to do, and y'all and people want to celebrate each other for Valentine's
Absolutely, 100%.
It's 100%. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? That's what you choose.
Let me go on record. I don't got a problem with nobody wanting to do this or that, do the Valentine's Day. I'm talking about the ones that talk the shit over here, saying that Valentine's Day is stupid, you should show love all the time, you should this, that, and the third. Why are we going having all these events or this, that, and the third? And then when it's Valentine's Day, now they want to go out and celebrate each other. And then after that, now they got a boyfriend, and Valentine's Day don't even make no sense no more. That was you the whole time on your BS. I don't got time. I don't got a problem with women celebrating each other. No, having a joyous occasion, I'll never be against. That's the one thing I say. A person that's against progress or happiness, you're ignorant. But that same person that's going through this timeline on their nonsense, I just want to say, I see you. I see you. I'm talking about those people, not the event. Ladies, I'll buy a round for you. I'll buy a round.
I ain't buying nobody no round or nothing.
No, it's gonna be some Coors Light. It's gonna be some Coors Light, but I'll buy a round.
That ain't no damn round, sure.
You want me to go broke? That's how I stay rich.
Sure.
But no.
You ain't gonna go broke.
Uh-oh, here we go.
You can buy the ladies a real round of drinks.
You see this? Here we go. I thought I was in the somebody found me.
I'm just saying.
What do you want?
Lord have a mercy.
Cody said, I want to go to Valentine's Day.
Go ahead. Come on, Cody. I'll take you. I'll take you to somebody.
Somebody say hi to Cody.
Celebration. Hi, Cody.
What up, yo?
Hi, Cody.
Y'all got the same hair.
Yo, Shorty's on a roll today, boy.
You know I know where you live.
I know.
Oh, okay. All right, beautiful people. I am so happy that y'all tuned in for tonight's episode of Candy Conversations. We have gone past our hour, so we are going to end this conversation. on a very good note. Y'all did not make my hair hurt today, and I am so thankful and blessed that y'all did not. Except for Thomas. Thomas is the exclusion to that. Thomas made my head hurt a little bit. But at the end of the day, the world of fake accountability, let's throw that out the window and let's start learning to accept the things that we do wrong, and let's have some change behavior in this world. Because like I said, ain't nobody gonna like your ass if you don't learn how to take accountability for the crap that you do. And that's all I got to say.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
Deegan, what you got to say? We get off this lovely show.
That we need to. True accountability will put us in a place to move forward as a people. It all starts with just you. You be accountable for yourself, and don't worry about others, and you watch the changes start to happen.
So we have to give mature responses. Okay. Sure, what you got to say? Mr. Accountability himself. Y'all ever want to be held accountable for anything? Y'all hit Sean up. Y'all let him know what the scenario is, and he is going to make sure
he's going in.
Accountable for what you have done, for what you have said, and what you about to say.
You said it for me. And with that being said, Valentine's Day event is going to be February 13th. Under the shed, across the street from the Riverview Towers. It's going to be tall cans and Lucy's for anybody.
This guy said
Eric,
let me stop.
I can't stand y'all.
That's all I say. Get back to family. That's it.
I do want to say this before we end off. If anybody in the morning time, Derek is also on another podcast in the morning. And so if y'all on your way to work or at work from 6:30 to 8, y'all on Instagram, it is, what's the name of it, Derek?
Who's Up with Dre and Family.
Who's Up with Dre and Family. So it's from 6:30 to 8. So check them out. It's a cool podcast. I watch it in the morning since I'm always up at the crack of dawn. So I watch it. It's very entertaining. A lot of cool topics. So y'all catch them 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. And thank y'all. Thank y'all, Dre and the family, for always showing Cancer Conversations love. Appreciate y'all. All right, that's my thing. Y'all always know we see y'all next Tuesday, same time, same place. Oh, and let's not forget, let's start subscribing to our YouTube page, Instagram page, our Facebook page, and we also are on Talk TV. We are also on Talk, on iRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We are on 12 different podcast platforms. So if you come across us on any of those platforms, please like and subscribe. And you can also go into our bio, and we have a link tree, and the link tree will send you to all of those platforms. So yes, Candy Conversation trying to move on up in the world. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can see us and listen to us. So we thank y'all for y'all love, support. We see y'all next Tuesday. Y'all stay dry. And if it floods, because we got a flood warning over here in the state of New Jersey. So if y'all are going to be into any of that flooding areas, y'all be safe. And please don't drive it through the water, because then, you know, y'all putting other people's lives in danger. So let's respect the firefighters, police officers that got to come out and get y'all asses because y'all being ignorant to the rules of the game.
We ain't got to hide this. I'm going to have to come get you. And if I got to come get you, I got you. See this? Now I got to come get you. As soon as I see you, I'll snap them eyelashes. Give me them eyelashes. You don't need them.
I was trying to get them. I I was just trying to get to McDonald's. I ain't know. When it was
Yo, big bro, I was just going to get me a Lucy and a tall can. I was going to Valentine's Day. That's all.
Lord, yo, see y'all next
that Mama Wanda.
Tuesday.
I was trying to get there.
See y'all next Tuesday, y'all. Peace, love, and blessings.
Peace, love.